All right, let's talk about the weather now. Take a live look here over Lake Norman as I bring in meteorologist Ted Phaeton right now. I mean, Ted, when we look outside here, just kind of a gorgeous day, 90 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
But lots to be able to talk about in terms of the changing patterns that we're going to be able to see this week.
Yeah, that heat has returned. We broke a 14-day snap of hitting 90 degrees just about every day. Sunday was the first day. We only made it to the mid-80s. Today, though, returning into the 90s with a vengeance as that low-pressure system, which was once Tropical Storm Chantal, continues to leak off of the mid-Atlantic, and that cold front approaches from the north and west. Never really quite crosses the Carolinas. It will leave us with a stationary front, which we'll detail for you here coming up in just a little bit. Now, while that tropical system has since dissipated, we still hold on to a moderate to high rip current risk along the coast, Myrtle Beach up through Oak Island, Wilmington into Morehead City. Maybe you're still at the coast or heading down to the coast for this upcoming weekend. Pawleys Island in the upper 80s will be in the mid to upper 80s from Myrtle Beach up through Ocean Isle, and then even further Carolina Beach, 86 degrees, mostly sunny. Surf City, 86 and sunny, but we'll bring in more of these spotty showers and rain chances. Hawkers Island up towards Atlantic Beach as we head up towards the Outer Banks. And now our big picture setup, or what we could expect, is that low pressure system leaking off the coast of Virginia. Cold front approaches from the north and west. Water vapor satellite imagery shows there's still a limited amount of moisture in the atmosphere, and as that cold front approaches the Midwest and our Ohio Valley region, that's where we could get more of the spotty showers and isolated thunderstorms from Kentucky into West Virginia. Even the Queen City can't rule out a pop-up shower or two, but that should stay on the weaker side, though, for today, as I'm expecting more dry than wet conditions heading into the peak heating hours. Monday night into Tuesday, bottoms out in the 70s. Will rebound into the 90s heading into Tuesday. Here's that stationary front we were advertising. That keeps us under the bullseye for that moisture to pop in the form of isolated storms developing during the peak heating hours of the day. That instability really firing up through Tuesday afternoon and tapering off the storm activity that would be. Tapers off into your Tuesday evening, but some of those storms could pack a punch in the form of damaging winds, which puts us under that green shading, which is a marginal risk for severe weather, level 1 out of 5. So while we watch for potential for damaging winds, bringing down some spotty tree limbs and isolated power outages, your totals for the rainfall from these storms looks relatively limited. 1/10 of an inch to 1/2 an inch at best. Wherever we have those downpours set up will be towards that higher half of the range. And your storm activity only ramps up as the week continues. Tuesday into Wednesday, we'll have more pronounced moisture in the atmosphere, and of course, that active summer-like pattern leaking into the weekend. Highs will make a run for the mid-90s. We're in the low 90s as of right now. Upper 80s, Boone and Jefferson. Upper 70s rather for Jefferson. Low 80s in Boone. And we'll hold on to those 90s second half of the day before we get nice and cool this evening. And that muggy meter shows the increasing humidity pushing into your Wednesday. So keeping an eye on things, mid-90s Tuesday. Storm activity ramps up through midweek with that summer-like pattern lasting through the weekend.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.